We are on our day 7 of the hashtag Thrive, Make Money, Lead. And the tip series is called Radical Soul Expansion and Success 30-Day Tip Series. And this is Sasha Sabbath of EntrepreneurSoulCoach.com. We are on day number 7. Hi there, Joe. Oh, I hope that you can please stay for the whole tip. I think that you can appreciate what we're going to be covering, and I'm sure that there will be others that you could help by what I'm going to be teaching today. Great to see you here. What we're focusing on today in this tip series is motivation and physically getting into action when we're feeling stuck, when we're feeling like we're not motivated, when we're feeling like there's just not enough energy, there's a drag in your vitality in one form or another. Now that could be biochemically based, physically based in terms of health. It could also be emotionally based, psychologically based. Whoops, that's Angel. It could also be caused from a confusion, a deep confusion within yourself. Sometimes when we are in action, the issue is there's an internal battle going on. There's some kind of a warp where we are either abandoning ourselves, violating our personal values, and we just can't move forward because our higher self even could be putting the brakes on. It depends upon how committed you are to your soul purpose path. It depends upon how true you are ready to be to the standards and the values that you must live by. So those could be the inner game issues of why you are not moving forward in your life, why you're not taking action. And action could be, like in my case, I still have a living room full of stuff because I had a flood the other day, and also because I'm doing some spring cleaning in my office here. Some of you may have seen videos of what my office looked like before I did this. And so it's things that just have to get put away. They have to get sorted through. Do I want to do it? Not really. And so I'm going to get someone to help me at some point. Point being that there are things that we have to do, that we want to do. We want them to get done, and we're not. That's it. We're not doing it. So let's talk about that. First of all, let's take a little rewind, and we're going to discuss what the purpose of this tip series is. The reason that I decided to go forward and create this hashtag Thrive, Make Money, Lead is because of what's going on, especially in the United States and in the world with regards to the coronavirus. And this is a time when we're looking at our lives in possibly new ways. Where are we going in our life? How do we value our life? How much do we value community? How much do we really know the value of our time, the value of our relationships, the value of the impact we want to make, the value of seeing what's going on around us and wanting things to be better, that sort of reevaluation. So at a time like this, when we are literally, in a sense, forced to stop and stay home, it's a gift with a pain attached to it, perhaps, a discomfort attached to it, perhaps, but it's a gift. The gift being that it's time for us to stop the busyness, stop the noise, stop the running around, stop being on autopilot, step back and remember one thing. On some level, we truly are the creator of our reality, and we can choose the moment-to-moment ways that we react to a situation, and we can learn how to dive into manifestation skills so that we are able to use energy, use our spiritual guidance to better create a quality of life. And so in this tip series, I am giving you tips on how to direct energy, how to use energy to best support you. Not just energy like zipping up with coffee or making sure you stay away from foods that you're allergic to, not that kind of having more energy, but really being able to harness and draw in and then concentrate and then direct the divine life force energy that is around us at all times. And then also I'm teaching you psychic intuitive skills, psychic intuitive energy healing skills to better program your energy field, to better clear away what is standing in the way of the goals that you want to create, and also for you to work with your higher wisdom levels to bring you information that will best serve you in what it is you want to have happen in the outer world. Excuse me one second. So, the purpose of this tip series, bottom line. Hi there, Vicki. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I actually had you in mind for this, Vicki, when I decided to choose this particular tip. So, I'm glad you're here. The reason, let me get my thoughts back. I'm sorry. Okay. The reason that having this tip series is important is because it is a time where understanding in what ways you are self-empowered, in what ways you can turn one situation into another situation, is your ability to impact yourself through conscious intention, and then if it's your desire, to impact the outer world around you. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at what we've done so far. Day number 1, because we're on day 7. Day number 1 was the overview, the introduction, the purpose of this tip series. Day number 2 was a very important core technique and tip on how to program your energy field, how to resurrect, create, take out of thin air and plug it into your energy field, the beliefs, the feelings that you want to be feeling in any given situation. Day number 3 is another critical core technique and principle, which is that of grounding. Day 4 was a review of all 3 days in a watch party. Day 5 was answering questions. Day 6 was yesterday. And this was a very important tip having to do with being able to disconnect yourself from energies that are bombarding you, that are drawing your energy away from where you need to be positioning and focusing on your energy, focusing your energy. It was a tip that allows you to realize that when you are not moving and thinking and feeling the way that you want to, it's most likely that you are somehow being influenced by energies and forces that are, in that particular instance, simply not serving you. And so I taught you how to cut cords. I taught you how to transmute those cords. I taught you how to fill yourself up with earth and divine energy so that you can cleanse your inner space and your outer auric field when you have been toxified, if you will, by cords that are not working in your favor. So today, now that we've got our mojo going, now that you know how to at least imagine how you want to feel, which was day 2, now that you know how to scan yourself and check to see if you are, hi there, Lucy. Oh my goodness, how good to see you. How to remove from your energy field things that are perhaps very old energies that are stuck, to look and scan and know that when you're feeling a certain way, it's a big win to even know when you're not feeling the way you want to feel, believe it or not. It's a win when you are realizing that you're not in the most productive, efficient, economic, and effective state to get where you want to get to. That's a big win. A lot of people don't even realize that because they're moving so fast, or they simply just don't have that level of self-awareness in play yet. So here in day 2, and also yesterday, day 6, you're looking at being able to realize, I've got to get into a state of being that's going to help me get where I want to get to. And so you learned some techniques on how to get rid of any kind of blockade, or at least start the process of getting rid of any blockade, any interference, any hurdle, and then being able to start looking at what's going to keep you moving in the right direction now that you have more energy, more will, more intention, more commitment at your disposal. So today's tip is getting unstuck, getting into action, and also what gets included in here is handling procrastination. So step number 1 really is, I mean, in my industry, what I'm about to say is almost trite. It's almost like, yeah, so what else, Sasha? In my industry, the coaching and healing industry of being a business owner. And that is, step 1 is, what's the why? WHY. Why do I want to do this? Now, for me, I go through this kind of process actually as soon as I wake up in the morning, because energetically, it's sometimes not easy for me to come back into my body after being out in the dream space. And also, I probably have some biochemical things that need to get straightened out given my health history. So there's a physical plane body reason, and there's also a spirit out and about, get into my body reason. Now, what we're talking about here is why get out of bed. Or, and please don't roll your eyes, because those of you who have to get out of bed, you've got kids, you've got a mate, you've got a place to be, you've got pets to feed and walk and change their litter boxes and things like that. I understand that, believe me. I'm talking about, something that really calls your passion. Something that, in addition to having passion to do the things I just mentioned, there's a passion that is the next layer deep. Let's put it that way. And so what we're talking about here is the why are you putting your attention, your creative forces, using your intuition to create something in particular. That's what I'm talking about. Now, when you're low energy, or as I said earlier, I described some of the confusions that could be going on in your energy field, a violation of values, conflict of interests, something health and biochemical that's dragging your energy. What I am going to be suggesting now will help you. All right, so when you have done step number 1, why do I want to do this thing? You keep asking yourself deeper, believe it or not. Why do I want to do this? That's the opening question. Next layer deep is, and why is that important to me? Next level deep after that is, and why is that important to me? And if you really give yourself some sacred me time, is what I call it, where you're really clearing the decks for you to have some time with yourself and give yourself a chance to know how you feel about something, let thoughts come in, just step back from the RPMs that you're going at, you're going to find some interesting things about yourself, things that are important for you to know. And so in there, you're asking yourself the question, hi, who just came on? Deborah. Oh, Deborah, so good you're here. You're going to love this technique, Deborah, and it's going to be something that you can teach your clients and your students. I really believe that. So I encourage you to listen to it from the beginning, and you'll know what to do with it when you hear it. And a lot of this you already know, but I just know your life a little bit, and I think this tip would be useful for you, for others. And so when you're asking yourself these questions, and why is that important to me? You're starting to have a more intimate relationship with yourself. With right now, with what's going on in the country and in the world is very, very, very important, because you have to be your greatest champion right now with everything that is happening. Now, having said that, after you have explored step number one, which is, why do I want this thing? Why do I want to be doing this thing? The next thing after that is, believe it or not, this is actually a very powerful catalytic get moving strategy. And that is step two: do one little thing. One little thing that will get you going. So let's talk about what that could be. Sometimes when I am in some kind of a state of paralysis or dragging, and I know my cat's litter boxes need to be cleared out, I will do that. Why? Because it's easy for me to do something for some being that I love. That's just the way I'm wired. It's easy for me to do something for someone, some being who I love, not because it's my responsibility, but because it will matter to them. So that's one thing that is a little thing that you could do. If you have a dog and you know that they need to go out and you just really don't feel like it, there's going to be a pull on you, as hard as it might be. If you're in a depression, if your body is just really in break mode, what would it be about walking your dog, aside from the fact that you might have to clean something up in the house if you don't? But aside from that, what might be the reason that could move your energy forward to get this done? The other motivation is a task that is really easy to do, super easy to do. It might mean, we're talking about you being stuck. And the idea is to get you into movement the slightest bit. Is if there is a pile of papers, take one paper and decide what you're going to do with it. That's it. Just do that one thing. Because when you're locked down, when you are in lockdown mode, is what I call it, anything is better than nothing. Now, we're going to talk about energy getting unstuck. We've talked about doing a physical action. That's one category of techniques to get the engines going and to get you in the car and driving type of thing. The other is an energetic uncorking, sort of. And I'm going to work with one of my assistants to design a diagram for you on this. Here's what I want you to imagine. Your hands are energy centers located here, broadcasters. Your energy palms have broadcasting abilities. And if you play with energy, let's see, where should I do this? I'll do it here. If you play with energy, where you start to run energy, you'll begin to feel a ball of energy in between your hands. And I have a whole training on that in my membership program. It's a standalone training. And so if you're interested in the full training on working with this energy in this way, just write interested in this thread. And those of you who are listening to the replay, you can email me at info@entrepreneursoulcoach.com, or you can write to me here on Facebook in a private message. Or if you're in the Light Leader group right now, just tag me in a post and say, I'm interested in the energy running technique. So what you're doing here is, just for the short Reader's Digest version, you imagine that energy is coming in through the top of your head and it's flowing in through your body. It channels down across your shoulders and out through your arms. And then you bring your hands together and you just breathe, and you're pumping in the divine energy that's coming in through the top of your head, pristine, spiritual, divine energy. I'm starting to feel the ball now happening in between my hands. And the reason that I keep pumping it is because it helps me to find the form of the ball of energy that's being created. And so you're imagining that you're being a funnel receiver of energy that's coming in through the top of your head, that washes through your face, down your neck, across your shoulders, and also down through your torso. So you have a full upper torso access to energy. You should also allow this energy to flow down all the way through your body, which are techniques that we discussed in day number 2, which is your grounding technique. However, for now, knowing that you already have that awareness to fill yourself up with light, and if you don't, please go back to day 2 and listen to that recording. Here, what we're interested in is getting the energy to come down through your arms, and also to have that energy funded by your heart chakra energy, which is right here in the middle of your chest. And so your energy is coming down into your torso. It's already filled your body. We're focusing now on the torso, into your heart chakra, and then that energy comes up and joins the energy that has already started to move down your arms. So to make this simple, not confusing, the energy comes in through the top of your head, in through your face, down your neck, out through your arms is one channel. Another channel goes down into your heart chakra, and that bubbles up and joins the energies that are also already coming out through your arms, and creates this connection of energetic flow between one palm of your hand to the other palm of your hand. And when you bounce your hands together, you will feel a ball of energy. And as you breathe, you are pumping more and more energy into your hands, creating a ball. Now, you could have a really big ball, and that's good to use when you really want to send lots of energy out into the space around you. We'll talk about that in another tip. But for now, we want to concentrate the energy. We want to concentrate the energy. And you want to now direct this ball. And here's the part where I need you to wait for me to get a diagram for you if you're a visual. But for right now, imagine that you're going to take your hands, one hand over the other. If you're a righty, you're going to put your left hand over your right hand. If you're a lefty, you're going to put your right hand over your left hand. I'm a righty. So you're going to imagine that this ball is now attached to the palm of that one hand that is going to be underneath the other hand. And what I'd like you to do is to put your hands now, one stacked on top of the other, right there at the base of your pubic bone, which is the first chakra. Like I said, I will create a diagram for you. Imagine that you are putting your hand, basically it's in your crotch to be kind of on the rugged language, and that is going to be right between your legs if you're sitting down, right at the base of your pelvic cradle, right at the base of your pubic bone in the front of your body. And you're going to imagine that this light, you're breathing in this light. As you breathe in and as you exhale, you just release excess energy. If you listen to day 2, you'll know that there's a grounding cord for you to create, but I don't want to go into that right now. For those of you who are just starting on day 7, please go back to day 2, and you are breathing in this ball of light. And just know that if there's any stuck energy, that stuck energy is just going to release out of your body. Just know that it's going to release out of your body. And so we're building this divine energy infusion into your hands, even while you're repositioning your hands in different locations. So you're sending this energy into your first chakra, and you are exhaling out any stuck energy. And then you are going to move your hands to the next chakra, which is your second chakra, which is about 2 inches above your pubic bone, 2 inches below your belly button. It's considered the hara in the Eastern energy systems of Tai Chi and Qigong and all that. So you are now doing the exact same thing of sending energy down your head, down your arms, also your torso, bubbling up to meet the energies that are flowing down your arms. And this energy ball is going into your second chakra. And you're doing the same thing of activating it, funding it with energy, and releasing any stuck energy that just releases out of your energy field and gets toxified, going from toxified to transmuted into God's love and light. I'll just add that in. Same thing for first chakra. Just I realized that that's a piece for you to know as well. So what I just said was that when you are releasing energy, you don't want to be feeling like you're putting all this junk into your space. You want to be putting energy that will empower and support and fuel and fund and uplift and feed you. So when you're releasing stuck energy, just know that as it hits the air around you, it is being transmuted into love and light, goodness and goodwill. And in fact, in day number 1, I go into that a bit more as well. So you can revisit day 1 to understand a little bit more about how to transmute energy like that. Okay, now we go to your third chakra, which is right below your, well, it's your solar plexus is your third chakra, and it's that soft space right below the center where your the bottom of your rib cage lands on your in your torso. So it's that soft space. That was my cat. There's that soft space between your rib cage, where it ends at the tip at the bottom of your rib cage. That is your solar plexus, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to run that ball of light energy right into your third chakra, releasing any stuck energy. It gets transmuted into God's will of life, of love, light, goodness, and goodwill to support life. Yes. Now we move up to the heart chakra. We do the same thing, where we are focusing on your center of the chest with this ball of light going in. You are filling the stuck energy. You are filling your chakra in general. Any stuck energy is going to be released into the air, where it will be transmuted into love, light, goodness, and goodwill. Moving to your throat chakra right here. Here's your throat chakra. Right there in the center of your collarbone, your throat chakra, and you see I have one hand over the other, and you are breathing in the light into your throat chakra area. It fills the throat chakra area, and you are sending that divine energy that's pouring out through your hands, and it's going to release the stuck energy. Stuck energy gets sent out into the air around you. It is transmuted into God's love and light, goodness, and goodwill. This is a little weird, but there it is. Here's your third chakra. Let's see if I can move this hand. There we go. Now you can see my eye. Playing this mirror is a little tricky. Mirror concept. Now we're going to be filling the third eye with that ball of light, and you are sending that light into your third eye, And you are filling your third eye with this divine energy. I'm really feeling it. I hope you are too by now. And that energy is breaking up any stuck energy. It gets sent out into the air around you to be transmuted into love, light, goodness, and goodwill. And now you put your hand on the crown chakra, which is the portal where this divine energy is coming out. And so this divine energy comes in through the top of your head as a ball of light, in through the top of your energy that is the ball of light, in through the top of your energy that is the ball of light, and you transmute the energy that is released, the stuck energy, and it is goodness, goodwill. See, I'm a little dizzy now from all this energy coming in, so I had to really work hard to concentrate there and stay focused with talking. Goodness, goodwill, love, and light. And then you release the energy out into the space around you, and we're going to ground it in one more position. It's going to be a two-part process. And this you will be needing to do sitting down or lying down. If you're lying down doing this, you will bend at your knees, and you will cross your right leg over your left thigh, and you're going to take, let's see, left hand, sorry, I'm trying to visualize this. You're going to take your left leg and you cross it over your right thigh, and you're going to take your left hand and put it on top of your head. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to hold your toes. So you're drawing the energy all the way from the top of your body, all the way through your body, out to your left, through your left leg, through the soul of your left foot, and down to the toes of your left foot. And you want to wait until you feel a pulsing. So I'm not going to wait now because that'll take a little too long. But when you do this, please take the time to feel a throbbing in the pulse palm of your left hand and in the palm of your right hand that is holding the toes of your left foot. And you will feel that. That will mean that there is a connection that has taken place and the energies are homogenizing. And you will feel this pulsing where they will be in rhythm with each other. Then we switch sides, and the right leg goes over your left thigh, right hand on top of your head, left hand holding your right foot toes, and wait until you feel the pulsing. Now, this exercise is going to assist you in getting your vital life forces running through your system. So if they are congested or stuck in any part of your body, then this will help to move things along, and you will feel more motivated. You will feel more of a vitality to work with. You will be able to have a little bit more of a circulatory momentum of energy moving through you. And so that's a physical exercise you can do to help you get unstuck. Also, with that exercise, you can start at the crown chakra, which would be where you start your ball of light. and you move your energies down to bring more of the divine energy through your system first. And you can play around with which way to start is going to work the best for you. Some people, it might be to start your energies at the root chakra because your lower chakras are stagnant or they're congested. And those are the chakras that will help you get grounded and moving. However, some people, for whatever reason, might find that it's going to give them a greater oomph, so to speak, to get going if they start at the crown chakra. So everybody is unique. You get to play around with that to see what's going to work with your unique energy system. You might find that on some days, starting at the root chakra and going up is going to get you more into a vitalized movement. Or you might find that starting at the crown chakra and moving down is going to help you get going. So that is the tip sequence for today. To review what we did was we talked about the why of motivation and what is going to be the reason or the belief that will help you go from standing in place, doing nothing, being stuck, shut down, feeling like you don't feel like it, feeling like you don't feel like it, into action. The why, step one. Step number two is to choose one tiny thing to do that is going to open the door of your energy. And step number three, or a trick tip number three, is to do this energy flow exercise. So I hope you really enjoyed that one today. And what I'd love, as you've heard me say in the other days, is for you to write down your wins in this thread. And if you want to just create your own post, if you're watching this in the Light Leader group, then just do #win and tell us which tip you're winning us, which tip you are telling us that you're winning at and what the experience was, or put it into the thread here. And hi, Vicki, darling. Thank you. I could really feel the energy flow better. Yay. And you're a Reiki lady, so that says a lot, doesn't it? And the reason that I want you to share with us the win, would you do me a favor, Vicki? Could you just edit that comment and put #win? I just want people to see what it looks like on the thread, that's all. And if it's a big deal, don't bother. It's okay. I'm just, I want to help people start a system here so that those who are really following the tips are going to write their wins. And the reason that that's really valuable is for you to claim it, for you to say, hey, I'm here, life. I'm watching this video. I'm doing these exercises. The teacher wants me to, or is suggesting that I write a win and claim my victory, so I'm gonna. The other reason is we all learn from it. So those are my reasons. That's my why of wanting you to put down your win. All right, now tomorrow is day number 8, and I'm going to teach you how to use another system to set up protection around you. And what I would recommend you do is to study up on day 2 so that you will have that in place for what we're going to do tomorrow on day 8. All right, have a beautiful day. I love you. Bye-bye.